Alright, welcome to the stream. We're back to playing some more,
Great
Based?
Rebellion.
Yeah, some more Great Rebellion.
Yes, we may even be on the final boss this time. And who knows, maybe we'll finish the game, maybe we'll save the good stuff for next time.
Yeah.
We'll see how it all pans out. Did you already let Discord know we were streaming?
I did not, but...
That's fine. I can just type into Discord and tell them that we're live.
You know, maybe I should make like a... live now notification channel. I don't know where you put that. It's like the least important, right?
Yeah, I don't really know how any of that works. I'm not a Discord gal.
Well, I mean, you just... A lot of people will just, every time they post in that kind of channel, they'll like at everyone.
Ah.
I don't know, like... I don't know if... yeah, I don't know. I want to be as minimally annoying as I can be.
Yeah.
But I don't know if...
I think we do our best to be as minimally annoying.
Yeah, I don't know if people... Is Rumble working? Yeah, Rumble's working. Maybe? Yeah, okay. Perfect. Got Rumble going. Pop out that chat. And... I bet YouTube's already popped up. There we go. And then live chat. Because nobody in our chat has a high enough credit score for... or social credit score for top chat. Alright. Speaking of social credit score, how the fuck did you do this? Okay. Speaking of social credit score, they're breaking up Google's monopoly.
Yeah, that should be interesting.
Yeah. I heard about that a couple days ago. I didn't really know if that meant anything, but...
Well, they're officially discussing everything that's going to happen to Google next month. So right now, we're just like spitballing what are the possibilities and what they think should be done, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, who knows what that means for Google exactly. I'm satisfied though. People have been complaining about Google for a long time. Now they should go after all the other monopolies.
Yeah, there's actually a lot that need to be broken up.
Yeah, like Disney, I suppose.
Yeah, because an entertainment monopoly is a serious problem. Also, like, the media being entirely owned by, like, the left. I get that it's, like, you could have a bunch of people that all agree that are not a monopoly, but...
Sure.
You'll see these huge, like... You'll see these huge campaigns where they're all, like, colluding with each other. I don't know if that counts as a monopoly, but it's not amazing. I mean... I guess if it was, like, my side, quote-unquote, I wouldn't be upset by it, but...
Right. It's one of those things.
They got pretty okay writing in this this game. Not as much spell checking as is probably required.
Yeah, right. Well, that's okay.
The sun has fallen on Europe once again, and so I rise like the moon to help guide the flock. Can you see it? Apollo rises. It is time we struck at the heart of our enemies. You know what I like about this game is they have a certain amount of They have a decent amount of like Christian stuff and pagan stuff. They don't draw this like super hard line
Yeah,
separation.
they view them as being like all on the same side type thing.
Yeah.
Which I guess kind of makes sense. Because they are what we would right now describe as on the right.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean... We are dead, aren't we? I would have gone like we're dead. Like, contraction.
Yeah.
My brother got points taken off for using a colloquialism because he said like couldn't. Like he did the contraction of it
Sure.
on like an essay, and he was
And
asking.
the teacher didn't like it.
She took points off and said you can't use colloquialisms. And I was just thinking like I don't know what like where can't you use colloquial, like I don't know. I mean I guess
It sounds like a nitpick.
yeah, but I think that's a weird, that's kind of a weird thing to claim as a colloquialism. Like colloquialism would be like a local dialect thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like in New Jersey you say going down the shore rather than you
Right.
going to the beach. So I don't know. It's not, but it's not like a word. Typically, a colloquialism is not something that isn't like a totally different language. Like, you know, they're not like speaking like an elder tongue. It's just a word that doesn't normally get used there, but is used there. Like people would typically say the beach. Even I would probably say the beach, but when you're going down the shore on the weekend, you know, you're going down the shore. It's like a thing.
I get what you mean.
Yeah. I mean, and typically you use it for differentiating between like a casual character and a not casual character. I don't know that she's like the most uptight character from what I've like read of her text so far. Okay, it's like an alcohol thing. I suppose impossible is a word only found in the dictionary of fools. Okay. Robo.
Smooth spy personality database.
Okay, yeah.
Stay focused. You will need to split up to cover the whole mountain range. This could be our last chance. I am so proud to see the courage of our people has not failed yet. Show them what you are capable of. I came here to fight globalists and read right-wing propaganda, and I'm all out of propaganda.
It's a reference to that.
Yeah, chew bubblegum.
Yeah. From They Live, I think it is. I don't need more guns. Although I guess I could get more guns. I could get more health. I don't really need more health, but I could.
Well, if you want to have more fun, I guess guns make sense. And if you want to die less, then I guess more health makes sense.
I guess I can get both.
Yeah.
Alright.
Why choose?
I'm probably just going to use the laser sword, but...
All laser sword run, let's go.
It's totally doable.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know if you saw the Discord, but someone that David Myers is supposed to be training. Some crazy chick smashed his windshield and slashed 2 of his tires.
Oh my god.
Like on the company van. So he's like, well, I guess...
Man, that is a cool background.
That's really cool.
That's really nice. We got outrun behind a mountain.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
No, I'm just excited to hear that story. Sounds fun.
It sounds fun.
It's not his car.
Really upset.
It's not his car. It's not.
Still.
It's some other guy's car. It's not even like it's not even his. It was someone he was supposed to be training, so it was not even his company car. It's sucks for that guy, but
This.
he doesn't watch the streams. Your weapon is jammed.
Man, this music is still vibing very hard.
'23 social credit score.
Man. You know, against the super light mountaintop background,
Can't see shit.
yeah,
Yeah, I can't see shit either. Doesn't help when I swing the sword. Like,
right, but even
Brains.
just the enemies, you really can't see them as well. They should have made, like, darker enemies for this section that popped out more.
yeah. I mean, this is a super epic.
I like the mountaintop background. It's just that, you know, maybe you shouldn't have the robots be, like, flashing white
Oh, my weapon
and
is
their
jammed.
lasers be blue.
That actually does something. So I am burning through a decent amount of health. That was a quick room clear.
Yeah, I would say so. So this is what happens when you become a god, huh?
Plasma detonator.
You got room for it.
Oh, it's cool. It pushes you back.
Yeah, that is cool. Makes it feel more powerful. Probably is pretty powerful.
Probably.
I'll have to test it against something. Yeah, pretty powerful.
Commanders are healed when you use a key card.
American Constitution.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't matter. It's a passive. Should grab it. This mode, there's no reason not to grab passives. Missile launcher. High-speed photon missiles. Man. Can I even hold that? Photon. I remember. So one of the best like James Bond games in multiplayer, there was a weapon that like never shows up in single player. It's called the photon launcher. I wonder if that's a reference. It doesn't look like it at all, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I think photon is just a sci-fi sounding
that's
thing.
That's what I'm thinking. You have so much money though. You might as well just like always buy health and shield at the shop just to top yourself off.
We'll see.
I love how it makes like music when you're dashing now.
I think it was doing that before. We just.
Yeah. I think it's something that was added when you started doing
The boombox, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's cool to have that little extra effect, though.
Fuck.
Ooh, nice.
No. Oh, I did skip a room on the side, but I'm just curious, like, how tall this tower goes, huh?
Yeah, maybe it goes all the way up to the final boss.
I don't know what that was, but couldn't move. Couldn't like move to the left of the screen. Alright. The same thing happened to me on the left side. I couldn't move to the right.
The occasional golden statues of the faces kind of like remind me of that one weird section of the American Dream Mall.
Oh yeah.
It's all just like super satanic shit in the like posh section or whatever you would call it.
Yeah. So.
All the Gucci Prada stuff.
Yeah, there was a section of the American Dream Mall that was very expensive, and they were playing like everything was.
Oh yeah, this is the boss.
Kind of, the platform is shaking.
Ah, so they don't last forever.
It's a kind of inconsequential feature.
Maybe they're just showing you that because if there are platforms in the boss room, they want you to understand why you fell off.
It's kind of, well, it's just that this area is, I don't really feel like I'm relying on platforms super much.
Right.
But you're right, in a boss fight, it does like kind of add this kind of vibe, like stuff is getting harder, which I guess is why they did it.
I guess so.
But yeah, in that section, I feel like someone could go in there and like not really notice it. But I definitely did. I was like, man, there's something fucking weird about this spot. And we were there with our friends, and my buddy John was like, this is like straight up ball worship. Like, he was pointing out all this stuff that was just like straight up like ancient like evil god worship.
Yeah. As to be expected, of course.
Yeah, I mean, you always hear about it, but then that place
part of this section was like originally supposed to be like nice and deco style, but then I don't know, they just decided to put some creepy shit in there, I guess, at some point.
Like
because
they just
some portions were based on like Roaring 20s type stuff.
Yeah, I think that was like their kind of cover story thing, because I think like someone like my brother would it wouldn't make sense to him, right? And he'd be like, oh, it's a little weird, but you know, I guess this is just how it was in the 20s. Because look, there's this one thing I saw from like whatever that thing is, the oh sorry, I can't remember what that movie or that book is called, where there's the green light in the lighthouse or whatever. Green light at the end of the pier. The it's not The Catcher in the Rye. It's God, the one where he's in love with that girl. I always forget, and it's told by the
Great Gatsby.
Great Gatsby. Yeah.
Alright, you cleared all the rooms. I saw the achievement.
Not really.
So I guess, literally, only where to go is up.
The 2 armor shards? Huh. Randomized stuff, huh? Alright. Do I get the photon I'm just gonna use the katana, honestly. I have the damage upgrade I paid for. I'm gonna use the katana. Who am I kidding? Alright.
Yeah. Let's check out the spider.
Pathetic creature of meat and bone.
Oh yeah, because there's a bunch of platforms here. Okay. So, what is this supposed to be, Joe Biden?
I would assume it's Soros.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense too.
I haven't taken damage yet. The jump platforms are really fucking me up, but...
Lasers. Lots of it. Man, really is like 2 gods struggling against each other. Oh, he rocketed away though. Talk? I guess. Donkey. Lord Sorrox ambushed us as soon as we made it to the top floor.
Yeah, danky. That's how you say that.
I don't know.
That's thank you. It's Dunker.
I know, but I'm reading it for the first time. I didn't know
I think
he was
you're-
even supposed to be German.
Listen, I think you're just seeing those sunglasses and you're like, dang.
Dang. We expected an attack. It looks like he is attempting to break through the atmosphere and fire the beam at the protective shield that Lucius Lux Corporation made around the planet. We need to get to the space elevator.
Okay. What do you think about space elevators?
It's a neat idea. Earth is blanketed in a sheet of sunlight reflecting particles called aerosols. Connecting these in supercharged cloud could open a rift to Hades itself. If he fires that beam, it could mean curtains for the world, lights out, the last innings for man. Oh my. If word gets out that I died, 500 women will kill themselves.
Okay.
Okay. We must give chase. The Wallgang UFO is already on its way to the space elevator's endpoint. Strange to have seen him go up to space. Usually we have to give chase to the tunnels. Alright. I guess we gotta go find them.
So I guess the final boss is Lord Sorux.
Yeah, you gotta take the elevator.
Fuck you, I gotta take the elevator.
That would be funny if you could just fly all the way to the top.
No. Okay.
If you had wall grabbing, it could be possible.
If I just had one more dash, gotta get more upgrades.
Oh, we're in space.
Well, I'm glad to have survived the jive with me. I thought I saw something fly past, but... Hell yeah.
Oh man, we're finally using the UFO.
White
It's
boy
pretty
summer.
neat. Ooh, careful. Ooh, this is some Sonic shit right here. This is tricky.
I don't know what's happening with my dashes. I can't go up. I can't seem to, like, control it. They just, like, dash me whatever direction they feel like.
Yeah.
Just hosing this bitch. Ah.
Is there a better gun you could be using? way more damage, though, so keep it up. This is what you get for being evil.
The phase.
My goodness. Killed the shit
God.
out of him.
Can I fucking pick up the health? I can't control this shitty spaceship at all.
Yes. Just like Sonic. Boom! The corporation's ambition, once soaring like a cathedral spire, has fallen into the depths, a reflection of human hubris. They sought to ascend to godlike status through an automated world, but their dreams crumbled like ancient towers to an inevitable reckoning.
See, normally I'd read that line and I'd be like, oh, pussies, they couldn't just say Tower of Babylon, but, I mean, this game, that's not the case.
Yeah.
Weird. The corporation's ambition, once soaring like a cathedral spire. But I don't know, it seems like an accusation that like building cathedrals is not good. Like it's
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe what they mean is cathedrals are really great and wonderful, and they were trying to be as great and wonderful as something made for God, or trying to become God. Ascend to godlike status, even.
That's weird. It's just the weirdest rhetoric I've seen in this game, and it's like the last message, maybe? Okay. Well then, you can keep playing. Yeah, it is the last message of the game.
Alright, so the real ending is on roguelike mode. Dare you give it a shot? It does save your progress on roguelike mode, or is it going to be like Abathur?
My understanding is that
It's just this guy dancing on the TV screen now.
my understanding is that you lose everything except for your negative social credit score upgrades.
Oh, okay.
So you lose all weapons, etc.
But like, it'll start you back at level 1 again?
If you die, that part I do not know.
Because that's the most important part.
I guess so.
It is roguelike, I suppose. So, could very well mean that.
Found the location of the Technocrats' base. Information from the fact checker AI is insane. Oh, okay. So same.
And this is all.
This is
old
before
stuff.
the first mission, or before the last mission. Okay.
Hey, you are, Honeydew. You just missed the final boss,
Yeah, we just killed.
Lord Sorux.
Yeah. So we did a new game. That's a long lag for.
That's really long. Is the game crashing?
Can still make noises somehow.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Alt-Tab in and out? Or just keep doing that. I'm sure that'll fix it.
It's weird. I tried closing the game. Maybe just Alt F4?
Yeah, that was weird.
A little buggy wuggy.
Little buggy wuggy.
This game's awesome though.
Yeah, we were just never expecting anyone to finish it, and so it just bugged out at the end. No, I like this game actually. We got to the end, and I enjoyed it, and I'd like to figure out what the true ending is if we ever finish it on roguelike mode.
Interesting. So,
Continue is off the menu.
yeah, so it looks like we lost all our progress?
I guess because you finished the game, it was just like, okay, no more game.
Maybe because I didn't save and quit, but it was fucked, so what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Oh, I should have read the description of it. Just relaunch it.
Only the buggiest of wuggiest.
So that the name of the company, right? Cavolt Games.
Uh-huh.
I think the people who made this are metalheads, because that used to be like this term used like for like black metal to say that it's like it's high quality. It was like cult, right? But spelled Cavolt.
Interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't see this the last time, right? Like the last time the game was open, I didn't have any beginner, intermediate, expert.
No, you had that, and then afterwards you select like the roguelike and the right. Or you
Okay.
mean like before you close the game?
There should be another option though.
Yeah, right. I feel like that too.
And then it didn't.
Unless I'm going crazy. I'll go check out the old stream.
No, well, when I just opened the game, it didn't have a difficulty. It had
The different modes, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so
I don't know what caused that to disappear.
I don't know.
Just a little buggy wuggy.
I'll just reinstall it, and hopefully that solves the problem. Yeah. A little buggy wuggy.
Happens to the best of games. All it means is that it needs a patch.
Yeah. The game has been out for a couple months, so it's not... I'm kind of surprised that I'm one of the only people that have beat the game.
Well, yeah, how many people have beaten the game?
So,
What's the
Dark Side of the Moon, Free Europe from the Spider's Web, 8.6% of players.
Yeah.
Um,
Although I guess a lot of people might just buy the game because they're like, yeah, I'm rebelling against leftism.
clear all of the rooms, including optional ones on any level, 6.7%. Only 6.7% of people have cleared all rooms in a mission. I mean, I didn't do it until the final mission. So maybe there's a bunch of secret rooms I just never found.
Maybe, yeah. There weren't that many rooms in the like final one though.
Yeah, beating the fact checker, 9.2%. Have 5 weapons, meaning you get all the weapon capacity upgrades and then pick up 5 weapons.
I wonder how many people actually got the
6.8.
true ending. It's probably like a really small percentage.
I think it's probably there's a lot of people who are trying to do it the way that the game seems to be like challenging you to play. Like, oh, you pussy, you're gonna... I think there's probably a shit ton of people that just buy this game because they like the message,
Yeah, no, definitely.
and then they don't end up beating the
They
game.
don't really play it.
Oh, what achievements am I missing? Sorry, I know you guys can't see the thing. I'll read them out if I find something interesting. Talk to the blue otter. It's a German thing you wouldn't understand.
Ah. Hey, Andrew Mondragon says, congratulations on Kickstarter not banning Sonic City Glitch. Well, there's still time. Or not shadow banning, I should specify. But, yeah, it's my first Kickstarter ever. So, you know.
Woo.
Yay, I guess. Although I'm already, irritated from being on Kickstarter. Like, you go to the comic section of Kickstarter, and it's all basically porn. Not even kidding. It's too much. It's way too much. It's all, like, LGBT, gay demons fucking each other type things. It's like, oh yeah, this is the campaign platform for me, I guess. Because everybody's recommending it, like, oh my god, Kickstarter is such a popular platform, I back all my stuff on there, or whatever. But, like, you can do better.
So it didn't give me the option to skip or not skip the intro, but I would have showed the intro just so that Mr. Andrew Mondragon can see it, because it's really funny. Okay, yeah, but I don't have any. Alright. I gotcha. But it didn't give me the option, and I don't know... Like, I saw it pop up, but I wasn't... It just skipped through it. It was pretty funny. It was like, They were like, but... Yeah. Whatever. Fucking whatever. I mean, hold on. Okay, hardcore mode. No, I do not want to skip the tutorial, but I couldn't pick my difficulty, so now what difficulty am I on? Hopefully beginner.
I would assume that they put you on the beginner if you're, like, going through the training mode. I don't know.
Here's 20XX. The corporation owns everything, and we own nothing. Dude, the music is so sick.
Music's so good. That's where, like, at least 50% of the budget went. Can't wait to see what other games these people come out with. This is the story of the Great Rebellion.
Originally, on like some of the promo material, they really draw this guy to look like the guy from Drive.
Yeah.
Like in this cutscene, he kind of looks like it. Then later, he looks different. He's got like dark hair.
Yeah. They're very fluid with what he looks like.
Yeah. You're the disease, and I am the cure. So the game starts off in your apartment. You have like a computer. Time to
the icon
work.
Looks like completely different from your actual character on the screen.
It's interesting. In the cutscenes, you're kind of blonde. In game, you have brown hair, and then in the in your like profile picture,
it's like super dark.
Black. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a similar effect to like what I did for what's her name? Elfriede. This character here, the girl, on the left of this like shitty collage I made. I give her hair all sorts of descriptions in the game that can't be rendered together. Like I describe it as all sorts of stuff like honey and sunset and all the colors of autumn, right? And that there's nobody really has like hair that would look like that, and that you can't have so many multiple colors kind of combine exactly. So I told that to the artist, and he loved the challenge. Then he sort of figured it out. Like she kind of at first glance looks like she's like a redhead, but then you see in the sun it's like blonde, and then looks darker, like brown in some spots. And
Yes.
to be fair, I kind of have that deal going on with my hair, but it's far more subtle. I think I would say my hair is brown, but like it has blonde highlights and certainly has a little bit of reddish highlights to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people with like brown hair where in the sun it'll look like much more reddish.
Mm-hmm. And when I was younger, when I was a baby, like a toddler, my baby pictures I have red hair, like just super ginger hair. And then at some age I had brown hair with blonde roots, and I was like, oh, I guess it's time for my hair to change and I'm going to be blonde now. But it never did. It just turned into this later. I don't really know how that works, but yeah, it was like...
I don't really understand the logistics of it.
Yeah, like usually people dye... I don't know. Because I at some point had my hair coming in blonde, but... I don't know. Anyway, we've noticed you have spared digital currency. Savings are illegal. We have added you to another subscription service, so this currency can continue to circulate.
Yes,
Please
it's
enjoy
really
your
very good.
please enjoy your new subscription to Pretty Little Ponies cosplay meetups. The the fucking rent sexual fulfillment is so funny. So these your options on your local your personal terminal. Like, I guess this is supposed to be in your apartment, right?
I wish they had like more terminals like this that you could just mess with every now and then.
Yeah, because this is... I mean, the fact checker boss was really funny.
Yes, it was.
I'd love to replay the fact checker boss if the game didn't just break and delete all my progress. But you know.
Yeah, that was a little bit annoying, guys. You gotta fix your game.
Yeah. I lose the wave dashing thing.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, rent sexual fulfillment. Welcome to
Welcome
yeah.
to Master AI Ters.
Content curated by AI technology, checking the blockchain for your recent sexual data. Your data shows some problematic subconscious bias in your recent activity. You prefer slim to curvy biological females within your age group. Yikes! We are downloading 2 terabytes of plus-size homosexual porn.
Homosexual for no reason.
We will analyze your live medical data so we know you have used it. Remember,
jeez.
sex work is the only real work. -1 social credit point. Yeah. Consume products.
Consume.
Video games. Thank you for ordering the current corporation-approved video game. Progressive Assassins. Let's see. Oh, this is supposed to be Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Okay. You take on the role of a progressive Viking warrior. You can kill and plunder the lands of filthy Christians who greedily want to farm land of England for themselves. As we know, Vikings are champions of gender theory.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They were anti-slavery for the population of mixed heritage in Europe. That might actually be true, the mixed heritage. No, it's definitely not true, because the Anglo-Saxons... Oh, maybe you could call Saxons Vikings, I don't know. No, it's not true, but what they're saying is there were these... a couple different situations this happened. They would find a burial ground, like a group that wants to excavate it. They'd find a burial ground, and then you publish a paper to show the viability of your project so that someone could invest in it. And then potentially, you're trying to get a patron for this stuff, but it's not exactly like a business where you can like excavate the bones and sell them. So it's kind of hard to put money into it unless you're getting it from like government grants and stuff. So if government grants are not enough, you're going to be looking for public donors, And what you do is you say in your pre thing before you start the work, you say, "Oh, well, there's a woman with a sword. She was buried with a sword. She's probably a warrior. So donate and we can get some progressive history done. Yeah. Or you say, oh, it's exactly 50% of women were warriors, or something like that. That was another like fake headline. So they would just lie, right? Because they're just giving these random guesses because they have no science to back it up. So they think their reputation doesn't have to go on the line for the project, but then of course it does because people see it. So there's like, right. So basically they're advertising, I will lie to push your progressive agenda if you give me money. And that's essentially what the business model is. And that has happened so many times with Vikings. Like they're willing to say anything you want if you pay them money to dig up the bones, right? If you give them enough money to fund the project, they will say anything. They've gone and been like, oh, it looks like they converted to Islam. And it's like, where the fuck are you getting that from? And there's like a pile of like money that they have, like a pile of gold that they took from people they killed, including a ring that on the inside in Arabic says like Allahu Akbar, but like they can't read that. They don't know what the fuck it says. They just it's
If anything, it's just like they stole from another.
Yeah, they killed
religion.
They killed a Muslim guy, took his ring. They're like, oh, they converted. It's like that's not.
That's not really.
It's in
how
his.
That works.
It's tucked away in a trunk of gold that he's gonna give away to whatever, like as an offering.
Yeah.
This
right.
isn't the same thing as like being religious. If someone kills you and takes all your shit, did they convert to your religion? I don't think so.
Yeah, if someone stole your golden cross, that doesn't mean they're Christian now.
Yeah. Anyway, stop the entirely male incel population from attacking your mostly peaceful raiding party.
Yeah,
Plus one social credit, yeah, of course. What else do we have in consume products? Food?
Silly you.
Next delivery. Oh, but they don't say what the food you're getting is.
Don't say what work you do either.
The joke is that you're ending work at 2,300 hours, so that would be 1 hour before midnight.
Yeah, right. No wonder he finally snapped.
Consumer products, clothes?
This became a dating sim so fast I didn't even notice. If only.
We have noticed you prefer wearing clothes commonly associated with biological males. We think you would benefit from wearing our plaid skirt. So we have added it to your next clothing order along with a matching thong. Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah. That's so cute. The thong matches.
Order synthetic food? What is that? Welcome to Incredible Inedible. I can't believe it's not food. Please wait.
I can't believe it's not food. Basically seed oils.
We've noticed you've been eating a lot of organic food recently. You ate a potato from your friend's garden. This potato was not grown in one of our labs. We are downgrading you from synthetic meat to our bug-based diet. We have a surplus of spider spinach. Enjoy.
I can't believe it's not food.
I don't remember that one.
I don't remember that one either. It's funny though.
Post photos.
We didn't do all of them though.
I thought we did, but I think how I got confused was that there's 2 food options.
Okay.
Post photo to social media. Error. Yikes. Is that a photo of a historic site of European ancestral significance? This could be violently problematic for others on our platform.
Yikers.
Someone strike added to your account. Okay.
Well,
anyway.
Honeydew says, remember when that was a gag in Family Guy, the tour guide refusing to recount history?
Oh, man. I mean, that's been a thing for a bit. I mean, like... I mean, anyone who's played Age of Empires, you can kind of understand how, like, someone would just be like, oh, well, history's racist. So it's like, Age of Empires has this, like, progression where you start in the Archaic Age and you have, like, kind of nothing, and then you have to just if you can make soldiers, it's like the shittiest soldiers. You shouldn't even bother. And then you just have to get resources in advance to... It's not the classical age, but that's what it was for Age of Mythology, and I played that so much more. I can't remember what the first age is in the Age of Empires. But, like, you go through the ages and you end up in the Castle Age, and then you build a castle, and then, like, people would say, like, oh, it sucks that every single culture has a European castle, except for, like, I think it was a DLC or something, they made, like, an Aztec castle, quote unquote. They made the building that they sacrificed people on.
Oh.
And then I was like, well, actually, the only people who made castles were the Europeans and then the Japanese.
Yeah,
Nobody else.
I was about to say, because that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, well, maybe a Japanese castle for
there
the
is
DLC, but...
There is a Japanese castle, and there is like an Aztec castle. There are no other castles. But the truth is that there's only there's only Europe and, like, Japan got to the Castle Age. Everybody else didn't. So, like, in real life, like, Europe showed up in Africa and they were in the Archaic Age. They showed up in, like, the Aztec place or whatever. And they didn't have to build a castle to produce their eagle warriors. You can make those in the Archaic Age, as it turns out, in real life.
Right.
But, post your opinion on a message an approved friend. Get a load of this. Is now paid? My stuff is paid for by you. Isn't that great? Let me just, like, add another minus so I know. I'm curious if I get to start off with free money for pressing, like, some of those things. I don't think you can, but
I like the idea. I see there's nothing here between 1930 and 45.
this is like
Everyone was on break.
this is like the most abhorrent shit. Like, this is just like
Yes, but it is perfect for what they're trying to capture.
yeah.
They did a good job.
All the advertisements, especially in the first level, they really hammer home the. Alright. Alright, so that's like the key card tutorial. Alright.
Consume product.
Go home and consume product, you're fired. Error. Violation of corporate safety rules. You have removed your safety and tracking microchip. You must be sick. We're closing your central banking digital currency account. What does it matter? You said I can't store money. Okay. Come with me if you want to live.
You're gonna not store money even harder now.
Alright. They made the meme joke with her where it's like, what are you talking about? Crazy corporate hellhole? Wake up.
Honey.
Wake up, babe. It's time to go to church.
You're right.
Okay. So she shows me how to double jump. Well done. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's a tutorial message. Okay.
Hey, David Myers, who has 2 thumbs and a story to tell.
Yeah, this guy.
This guy.
I'm so curious.
Yeah, please relay to us all the information.
And I'm sorry your story wasn't well received by Jordan. I think yeah. Oh fuck. He has some kind of sensitivity to, like, anything relating to sexual stuff, I guess. And he said, "This is why you don't stick your dick in crazy."
Oh.
But, like, honestly, the whole world can't, you know. Yeah, like, it's it's too much to ask of like the standard of people that they avoid like tame illusions, tame alluding to illusions to sex.
Yes. The much bigger problem is, of course, sticking your dick in crazy.
Yeah.
Alright, David says, so turns out that this training is nothing more than teaching the newbies how to do their inventory and buy their gas, since their cards aren't in yet. Wow.
Wait, what is it? Oh, she wants me to open the... Okay. Alright. Okay, key cards. Yeah.
At least you don't have to go to a shithole country to do it, at least.
Yeah, it could be worse.
Could always be worse. Could be in Somalia or something.
Alright, we got King Arthur. He can do that. Cool. Alright. It's a cool gun. I never found this. Like in the actual game.
Yeah, right.
This
they,
is only like in the tutorial, and then I never
yeah,
got to see
they're
it.
much more lax with you in tutorial land. I guess it does get you excited for things that you can find, but you know.
So I think, realistically, getting the pistol upgrades...
It's a shame they didn't give you your negative social credit.
Yeah, okay, so... That's what I wanted to
They should have,
test.
though. If you're gonna have the whole section in the beginning.
It's only a couple points, too. But you can skip the tutorial, so I guess they didn't want to penalize you for skipping it.
I guess, yeah.
I also would have liked to have 2 save slots so I can go back and mess around with that dash ability, because that was so fun, and now I just don't have it anymore. I'm sure Jordan would overlook these infractions if a Metroid game was playing. What if Samus says, don't stick your dick in crazy? What if it was Sonic? It was like...
Remember, folks,
What's that?
you're taking crazy.
What's that meme with the guy from the Goofy movie? Where he's like, nice, blank, or whatever it is. Like,
Oh.
nice...
Nice world. Mind if I come on it? It's so stupid.
It's such a fucking deranged face to attach that message to.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so stupid.
Oh, okay, let me grab my new gun. I guess... yeah, let's get murdering down
Let's go.
here. I'm so used to having more dash.
Yeah, I know, right? Now we're playing on super scaled down mode.
Ah.
Ooh, it's alright. Music's good throughout the entire game, though. Can't complain at all about the music. So David says, I told this guy I was coming a week ago at the middle of the week and the night before. So I get all the way out there and get a call from my boss stating he got a call from the new guy's boss. Oh no. This is already cryptic. Alright.
Alexander the Great's armor. Bosses will always drop 2 armor shards. Alright, it's trash, but since we lose all this stuff when we die, theoretically
You
this
might
is
as well
like...
take everything, yeah.
Yeah, theoretically it's even more valuable. Kind of, sort of, but not exactly.
Well, it's not going to push anything out of your slot, so you might as well just always be...
Yeah, I mean that applies... Before it was much more valuable to get these passives because how the difficulty was set up, it was kind of... Oh my god. Fucking jump things are always annoying.
Yeah. So David says the dude has been no call, no show all week, but he was texting me, or at least did the night before. Interesting. The story fits. Oh, hey Oscar420, welcome to chat.
Hey.
You know, we did actually beat this game at the beginning of the stream, but now we're just like playing from the beginning roguelike mode.
We beat Mr. Gunvid 19. All right, we're gonna get Gunvid 19 if I can.
Gunvid 19, let's go.
I need to max out my social credit score. My God, or my minimize outs.
Negative your social credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I miss a room at the end of this?
So Oscar asks, how's the theme of this game, eh?
So the theme is cool. It's oh, sneeze. Oh no.
Oh, it's the worst when you
Ah.
can't sneeze.
I don't know what the reference is with that guy, by the way. I don't know if he's like supposed to be a YouTuber or something.
Yeah. So the theme, leftism has taken over the world, and we are rebelling against it to make the world nice and organic again.
Oh, fuck.
They're kind of like Sonic. They're turning people into robots.
Yeah, and the game starts off, you're in your room, and then you access your computer, and there's all these different options. My favorite by far is if you press the option that says rent sexual fulfillment, and then it says like analyzing your watch history. Yikes!
Yikers!
You like to watch like slim biological females in your age category. We've got to fix that. Here we're downloading 2 terabytes of homosexual like fat porn, like fat. 2 terabytes. I mean, I guess
it's about transhumanism. Sort of. It's about a couple different things. There's a bunch of like kind of running themes in there about like a dystopian future. But of course, it's like at more of a comedy angle than anything else.
it has like a nice enough.
Nice enough message.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I think you're right.
They have. It's like it's fairly. It's like fairly wholesome. I would say. Okay. So I feel like I've gotten a lot better since when I first started it. I feel like I understand how to do this a little better.
So David says the guy ghosts me the day of, and we get on a 3-way call, and the guy's boss tells me he just got his van back from having his tires slashed, and last he heard there was some more damage. Oh my goodness.
As soon as soon as he said "Don't stick your dick in crazy," I thought of that, the hot crazy Matrix thing.
Oh yeah, right, the graph.
Yeah, the graph the guy does.
David says, so the guy is still not answering my calls or texts, so I run around to all the addresses they were giving me for this guy. When I get a text from the dude telling me where he hid the van. Okay. Alright.
You're getting paid for this though, right?
Yeah, right.
Because the nice thing,
paid for the detective work over here.
the nice thing, if you're employed by someone, they pay you to do all this stupid shit. Like if this was your business,
Yeah, then it would be very stressful.
like if this is me trying to figure out, if this is me talking to like a book printer or something, it's on the house. All this, man. Okay, if I get next to him, I'm safe. No, I'm not safe. I have to get like diagonal. Okay, thank God that was out of range.
Yeah, those enemies are kind of weird. Glad they don't show up for like a whole lot of the levels. Really, every level is pretty good at having like new enemies.
Oh my God, I thought that was it, but I forgot I picked up more. Okay, got more
Okay, now.
negative social credit.
Yes.
Um,
And gold.
okay. Oh, I'm here? Okay, well, I guess there's no real point in teleporting, but fine.
Yeah, there's more health down there.
Yeah! I guess I didn't need it initially, but now I do. I don't think I even got much closer to this guy by teleporting. Okay. So this gun I can sell. 183. I don't need health. I'm gonna try out that gun though. I'll give it a go. Right?
Alright, the story continues.
The plot
So I go
thickens.
there, and the dude says it's his friend's house, and he is not there. So he then ghosts me again when I ask if a police report was filed, because at this point, the van is undrivable. Oh, man.
Wait a second, just with that, wait, are we calling that undrivable? You can drive a car with a... Sounds like the privileged perspective of someone who's never dated a crazy bitch.
Oh, shush.
It's only a little smashed windshield.
Yeah. I've never seen the movie Drive, but I kind of want to just because of all the
fucking
Ryan
memes,
Gosling
yeah.
memes. Yeah.
Oh no. Am I okay down here? Kind of okay. Okay. There's a lot of slow-moving projectiles, a lot of real delicacy now that I don't have the super wave dashy thing. Yeah, so the game deleted all my progress when I tried to start when I went back to the main menu. I tried to hit new game, and then the game like just froze, and you could hear the clicking of different options, but it wasn't working, so I Alt F4'd. And then when I opened the game back up, I had no progress. But I guess you can't store more than one playthrough. Like I think it's you have to do either or. You can't have save slots.
Maybe. Yeah.
So I guess it doesn't matter. Because I was
Still.
gonna try
if
for
we
the.
wanted to like replay the boss for chat, it would have been nice. David Myers says, I ended up having to call the cops and ask if a report was filed. Then I have to call the court office to get the report number and wait on a tow. Oof. While I am waiting for a tow with no key, the owner of the house comes home and goes inside. It's 3 p.m. by now, and sends the new hire.
Hey, I got the Red Baron. All right.
Oh, the best ghost.
So, part of the game is like, it lets you get spirits of like different European figures, and I thought that was kind of cool.
Oscar 420 is feeling like crap. Says he slept overtime and still coming to. Needs a shower. Yeah. You know, in a future house, I think it'd be nice to just have a nice bathtub. I think baths are like underrated in American culture, but there's a reason why the Japanese like them so much. It's very relaxing. Instead, what we have are hot tubs, which are like different because they're not necessarily meant to clean you, but they accomplish the same thing, just like letting you relax in a hot tub of water.
Man, I need my upgrades. I should just finish this mission. All right, what we got? All right, let's see. How does it work? This is Gunvid 19. Oh, okay.
That's pretty good.
That's gonna be a fuckload of damage. All right.
Yeah,
So I'll just save that.
I really like that.
I'll save that for the boss. I think I'm just gonna finish this mission, and then I'll replay it to get more, like unlock more people and upgrades and stuff.
Sure.
Because I need this. I need more dash stuff, and like pistol upgrades and stuff. I need a.
So if you finish this boss, it'll let you continue the next time.
I don't know. It could just be fucking broken. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe it's like.
I do hope that it's not going to be like, oh no, you have to play it all in one sitting.
Oh yeah, like Abathur.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I should like. I should leave a review for Abathur and be like, game is perfect other than. Because like. There's already a bunch of people that are like saying that it's a. I don't know. It's a good. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
David says the one who was not there turned out to be there. I got the keys and told him to grab his tools. The guy was obviously coming down from a week of cocaine use. So I am home early this week because someone, not naming names, but someone's dick needs glasses. Well, there you go. What a crazy story, my goodness.
Your delivery on that that sentence, just how you how you said it, just reminded me so hard of it's a crazy story, Mark.
Someone's dick needs glasses.
Haha, what a crazy story, Mark. Alright. Let's see if I can survive this without any upgrades. Fuck.
Doing very good on damage, my goodness.
I lost the
Look
red
at that.
band. Lost my
Aw,
own
man.
fucking life. Ugh. Got a story and a trinket out of it. I posted it in the Discord.
Right.
What was the trinket he got? Alright. So, lost all my coins,
Looks
but I would
like
have lost
some
some.
sort of concrete brick.
It's the...
What is this?
Oh, I was assuming that she just smashed it with a baseball bat. She threw a brick at the windshield?
Well, it's like more of a slab, I guess. Here. It's like that.
Ah.
Yeah.
Is that evidence?
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got? Your dash recharge time is decreased. That's a huge upgrade. I want that. I also want the pistol upgrades, but I guess I can't. Yeah, I need. Fuck it. Do I explore and try to find a... Yeah, I do. Okay. That's what I'll do. Oh yeah, I saw the windshield. I didn't notice a giant piece of concrete in it. So this guy went on a cocaine bender with a girl he shouldn't have gone on a... Well, I guess you shouldn't go on a cocaine bender. Also, I can sympathize with the whole sleeping too much and then ending up tired anyway. There's a whole kind of weird science to sleep. My cousin, for example, was she was saying she was getting terrible sleep because of the baby or whatever, and her husband was saying he was getting terrible sleep. He was getting worse sleep, right? Despite him sleeping longer, he was sleeping for 5 hours, and she was sleeping for 4, and I was like, oh, well, that's your problem right there. Because 4 hours is one REM cycle, 5 is you're just getting into another one, so then you're going to feel real groggy.
Yeah, although 5 hours is apparently all you need to live. So I think some people just see it as bare minimum time of sleep. There's a lot of there's a lot of nights where I get 5 hours of sleep. But granted, there's a reason why we need so much coffee in the morning.
Alright, so that's keycard thing, but I don't have keycards. well, this is important. Aerial upgrades. Okay.
Oh, David says it's one of those concrete garden wall bricks. The girl brought it with her because there were no stones like that anywhere near the van. She brought her own special.
Yeah,
weapon
honestly,
to the
that's
crime
fucking
scene.
so crazy. That is
She
so.
was ready.
That's so crazy. You know that crazy bitch saw the rock and was like, "That's the rock."
That is the rock for punishing my boyfriend with. My goodness.
There is such a. Yeah, I just want to get my goddamn. Blaster upgrades. Oh, you know what? What we got? German sausage. Jesus. Okay. Hearts dropping after clearing rooms increases. Not worth it. Keycard. Let's do it. I mean, does it matter? I guess it doesn't. I guess it actually does not matter. Coins in general probably just don't matter, right? Because I don't think I'm not gonna complete this mission. I'm just gonna. We'll see if keycards stay. Anyway, that'll be a little. Yeah, coins don't matter. We just gotta clear rooms. So I'll keep all the guns I get. 'Cause
They gender
Christ.
bent Mr. Freeze? Are we done with like race
Oh.
bending? Now we're just gonna go all in on gender bending everything?
I had heard that they made Mr. Freeze Mrs. Freeze. I think it would be an interesting thing if, in an alternate universe, they did the
Like,
Batman
Laura
thing.
is the
Yeah, yeah. If it was,
Freeze, yeah.
if it was,
That
if,
would make more sense.
if it was like, you know how they did that with the Flashpoint paradox with Batman and his
Yes,
dad?
of course,
Yeah, that'd be a kind of cool alternate
Yeah.
reality-like thing to
They've
do.
done stuff like that before. But then I assume that Aura Honeydew is talking about like the new Batman show where they just randomly gender bent the Penguin, and then I guess also gender bent Mr. Freeze.
Proof scanners. Okay, that sucks. I don't need that upgrade. I have 60, so I can get the dash upgrade. Part of me is tempted just to, like, kill myself so I can go get that upgrade. Yeah, I mean, why not, right? My death is my own. Okay. How his gender's in the name? Well, he could just be Mrs. Freeze. Oh, not Mrs. Oh, God. I just unearthed a memory. Oh, my God. I forgot about that. At my college, my super cucky lefty college, if there was like an inanimate object, and I was like, I was like, if you said, like, if there was like a random character, like, even like a cartoon character or an inanimate object, if you said like Mr. Stapler and Mrs. Paper or whatever, like something like that, they would go Miss Paper, and I was like, what? Because it's married. Mrs. would be a married like stapler or a married piece of paper or like a married pen or whatever. Like if someone
God forbid.
like if someone lent me like a pink pen, I was like, oh, here's take back Mrs. Pen or whatever, right? And then the teacher or like professor, a random person I don't know would be like Miss Pen. Like they like you can't say yeah. I totally forgot about that.
Fucking weirdo.
I totally fucking forgot that happened. That is that's a thing. Anyway, being married, being bad, or whatever it is. All right, dash recharge time. I'm immediately gonna notice this. Yeah, that's nice. It's not as good as it was, but it's good.
Yeah, David Meyer says only if it's Nora, but in the comics she was horrified by the things he did to save her and told him he should have let her go and preserved her memory of him.
I don't know though. Is that just like written by some fucking cuck though? Like, is that?
No, in the DCYA comics, she just wanted to die. She just wanted to commit suicide, and he was like, "No, don't do that." So I have no idea.
I don't know. I kind of don't trust anything that's like, quote unquote, canonical anymore.
I think, yeah, well, in the Batman animated universe, from what I remember, he never successfully saves her. She's just always frozen. Ugh.
Mr. Freeze is he's a comic character though, right? He's not like Harley Quinn.
Yeah. No, he was in the comics, for sure.
But you didn't get deep into
I
the,
didn't read the comics, no.
Yeah.
I watched the animated series. Most people did. It's how
Yeah.
most people, like, recognize the storylines of Batman, because they did it so well.
Yeah. Spider-Man show was like pretty similar in quality. Like they had a couple Spider-Man shows that were good anyway.
Yeah. Let's see. David says in canon she leaves him after he cures her. And then he becomes a Spider-Head. He was in the old 60s Batman.
I don't know. That just sounds like some fucking loser. Some divorced loser who's like, all women are whores. You know,
I don't know. It's kind of weird to wake up from a coma and find out that your boyfriend has become a supervillain to save your life, but then be like, no, you should have let me die! I'm gonna go kill myself right now!
I mean, it's also like Mr. Freeze didn't do anything that crazy. He just stole money.
Yeah, he
Like,
mostly stole money and just like, he froze people. I mean, like, that is a little bit psycho, but
But
you know.
they're not like he's like they're not dead. It's a comic book, right? You can just
Sure,
you can be
sure,
frozen.
they're-
What are they going to introduce like hypothermia and shit and be like every single person that was frozen has like neurological damage. They're brain dead. Like no, it's just it's like chill out. You're a comic book character. Ice doesn't do that much.
And David says, but back then he was a crazy German scientist with hair, back in the 60s Batman. And David also followed up with, yeah, in some stories Mr. Freeze isn't even a villain. So, there you go.
Yeah, there's like a movie where he was a good guy.
He's very redeemable. Because
Yeah.
he has, like, a very specific reason for doing what he's doing.
Also, Batman could just be like, hey, listen.
I'll just fund your wife.
It's like, hang
cure.
on, money's the problem? Yeah, we got this.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's a solvable
Oh,
problem.
fuck.
Hey,
What's
he
this?
dropped. Soul
Yeah,
Blast.
I'll take it.
Boom,
Boston
boom.
Insurance. Okay. You know, I kind of feel like I could take on the boss. Maybe I should just not do the underground and like go for it.
Yeah, maybe you should, because it's already like 11:24, just a time
Oh,
check.
interesting.
And you've got stuff to do at midnight, so maybe you should just go for the boss. And then we can just call it.
Big pistol. This Ragnar Lothbrok is a solid companion, especially early on when like the pistol is king. Yeah, this is just solid. He just adds an extra shot to all your shots, so it's just good shit. I wish I had the pistol upgrade. I'd love to go find the pistol upgrade, but if I beat the boss, I'll get like a bunch of social credit. So oof, atatatanga. And there's a Holy Bible in the shop, and that heals companions. So I feel like I can make a run for the boss with this guy. Oh, I did not mean to come down here. Fuck. Damn.
Yeah, that's tough. he's like Swamp Thing. He isn't on anyone's side, but don't get in his way.
Okay. What we got in here? Exotic armory. That's not super great. I think that's just like you have the chance of getting like better stuff in the shop now. That's probably more useful in this mode, to be fair. I was watching this like Romanian streamer, and he has this kind of odd phrase in his vernacular that I find pretty fun. It's to be fair with you. Like, he says that a lot. It's like it's not something that shows up a ton in like the kind of vernacular I'm familiar with. It's just like he'll like I would go, well, really, or something like that. And then he goes, to be fair with you, man.
Right.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's solid.
Yeah. Sometimes when people like learn English, they just like pick up those kind of weird phrases that actually
Nice.
pretty solid. Okay, this has like no ammo in it, so I guess I'll use it and pick up something, because I'm not going to go into the boss and have to swap guns.
Are asking, Trisha, would you review the Crisis on Infinite Earth trilogy? I don't know. Could I suppose. Although it seems like most people are a little bit burnt out on the superhero reviews. Unless I'm covering some shitty social justice stuff.
It would be quite an interesting like character thing if like they actually went through and cured Nora, right? And then Mr. Freeze is like you know, obviously like Bruce Wayne knows who like Mr. Freeze is.
Right.
And then he's just like he just goes on as like being a scientist or something, and so he shows up at like charities and things like that, and he's
Or like he turns into a superhero.
right, like he just starts doing totally different work where he's just like, I don't know, like he's doing stuff for charity to pay off his like debt to society or something, and he's happy, and like Nora doesn't know that he did anything bad.
Yeah, right.
You could have some interesting storylines where like Mr. Freeze.
You could definitely make it work, yeah.
Yeah, because I kind of like the idea of people that aren't like heroes, like they don't go out and look for trouble. I don't. Now, you know what? I have enough coins to trade in some guns and get a better gun, so I should do that. I'm like
Yes.
right at that
You
point.
should definitely use your coins.
Oh, David says, I used to watch this German streamer that transitioned to English for more viewers. His most common swear was mother of testicles. That's definitely different.
I actually don't know if I can scrounge up enough for 240. This will be 204, and then I'll have to sell like 3, 4, 5 more guns.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
I'll just go in with this, and instead of getting left out in the cold. I don't want to explore too much and risk Mr. Ragnar.
That's fair.
Oh, but there's money here actually. That's not enough. That's not enough. I'll be 260. Yeah, 220. I can swing because I know there's at least. Okay, let's do it. Now I don't have to be lateral to him. I can be on the ground, and I think that's a little safer. That DPS. That DPS. This is a safe spot. Not making terrible use of Mr. Ragnar, but... Oh, right. Oh, what? But I dashed into it. I don't even understand. Oh, fuck me! Ah,
Ah, man.
I didn't even... That... Ugh, so close. Damn it. Could also, like... Because sometimes, what I was going to say before, sometimes they have these characters in like, superhero stuff that they're not a superhero that, like, goes out to do stuff, necessarily. But they're, if there's, like, some big problem, like a city is getting attacked or something by an alien invasion, then they start fighting. But they're not, like, driving out to a bank robbery. That'd be an interesting place to put, like, Mr. Freeze. Like, he's retired, but he'll help if he's needed.
Right, yeah. Oh, Andrew asking, for the paid comic reviews, are you only doing it if the requester is the author-artist, or are you letting people pay for a third-party comic review?
That's pretty funny.
I would consider this.
Okay. How much does it
I don't
cost?
think anyone would pay for a third-party comic review of me to do, though.
How much does it cost if I want to make you review Kingfisher or no God Fisherman?
Well, I was charging like $100 because it was like gonna be basically a sponsored video with me reviewing your comic, you know.
Fair enough. Worth it. Worthwhile
Yeah,
expense.
$100 worth me reviewing God Fisherman.
Yeah. I mean, most of what's wrong with that is probably you could chalk it up to translation.
Yes. And after a while, I start to kind of understand what they're trying to say.
Yeah, you know, honestly, I feel like that was like the surest sign of your like descent into madness. Because Trisha was like, "Oh,
Because
you know,
I've read too many of them that are just like so bad at communicating."
after a while, I start to understand what God Fisherman is trying to say." It's like, oh, so that's like some real Cthulhu shit, huh? Like the whispers, they. Oh my god, I didn't even fucking see this piece of shit. Alright, I need the blaster upgrade. This is ridiculous. The accuracy is fucking garbage.
Alright, honey dude, just buy a review. Sick thee Trisha on the target of my choosing. Andrew says, I'm sure people want to see you trash a Rippaverse comic. Oh, yeah, I'm sure they do.
That'd
I'm
be.
sure they do.
It's such a like hornet's nest to kick, right? But like,
There's plenty of critiques that are definitely worthy for the Rippaverse, for sure.
I think it gets pretty culty because I've never read it, so I don't know if it's good or bad, right? But like,
Right.
it's it's the first thing he's ever written, and he's never written anything before. He has no experience,
Well, he
so it's
started
like
hiring writers afterwards,
Right,
which is the correct
which-
decision.
right,
but
but
apparently
that-
they're still bad.
yeah, but that would indicate that it started off being quite bad if he had to hire people.
Yeah,
Right.
well, yeah.
But there's people that are like, no, there's people that'll say that the first, oh, this is the golden one. If you ever, it's like a
Yeah,
reference.
the golden one. They have, like, a lot of references in this game. I'm actually quite impressed by how deep it goes.
Yeah, and like the general message of the game is like pretty wholesome. I was kind of shocked right in the beginning. They're like when
Proud
you
of who you are, stand up for what you believe in.
yeah, like when you go to your personal terminal and you hit post photo to social media, it's like, what? That's a photo of historical and cultural significance to someone of European ancestry. That can't happen, right? The evil terminal or whatever. And I was kind of impressed by that, like, sort of awareness that the developer has, that, like, you know, you there's a tremendous benefit to having like just positive imagery that like is sort of rooted in your. Just got here, Saints Relic. None of this is.
David Myers is like, so wait, we can pay $100 and get Dan Fan to read whatever we want? Anyone got a lead on a quasi-artist that uses ChatGPT for writing?
Oh,
Basically everyone at fucking Marvel.
I have to say, whenever I talk to somebody and then they're like, "Have you ever tried using ChatGPT?" They
that
or
is
some
not
AI or
good.
something. It's
That
like
is
so
not the-
fucking insulting. And it's just like,
It's the worst first impression you can give someone if you're just calling yourself a writer and you're like, I use ChatGPT for all my ideas.
and like, and there's some people that just don't know when to shut the fuck up, and so they're like, they're just going on and on. I was like, listen, I'm never gonna use something like that because I have a fully functioning brain, and I can write. So, thank you, but no, I don't. No, I'm not going to go use ChatGPT. Like, oh, well, you'd be surprised. It's better than I could write. And I was like, yeah, but
yeah,
your brain
maybe
damage.
You're
So
not a good writer. Maybe that should tell you something. Writing is hard. But as someone who's read stories that were definitely generated by AI, no, it's not good. Just
Yeah.
because it's better than what you had before doesn't mean it's good.
And then people that paste their whole story into ChatGPT and then ask them to give them feedback, it's like this guy was like asking me for advice, and he's like, "Oh, ChatGPT said this, but I don't really agree. You know, what do you think?" And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking to me about this? What are you? What, you're arguing with the AI? You're like self-conscious over what some fucking program spat out at you? It's so stupid. What are we? How do you even remember to breathe?"
Or Honeydew says, like an AI artist charging for commissions. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are people out there, like, just going full on AI, like, using ChatGPT to write it and then using AI art to do all the fucking artwork for it. And then they're like, I'm so good. I did everything by myself.
Yeah, we saw a kid's book when we were on vacation. In the window, it said author and artist, and it's like
Oh, yeah,
there's
and
fucked
it
up
was
fingers, there's
clearly
fucked up
AI.
faces. Yeah, it's like obviously AI, and it was at like a super low resolution too.
Super low resolution, all pixelated. No artist would put that to print because real artists are smarter than that.
Like he just didn't know what resolution he needed for the books, and he's like, "No, this is fine." He's just like,
No standards. Disgusting.
and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna have a book signing with this guy," and it's just like, guys. Should I just make a run for the boss? I have Ragnar. I picked up another Ragnar.
You can make a run for the boss, yes. I mean, like,
I'm gonna do it. Oh. If I get a little bit more money, I could get that Gunvid 19 is probably in the shop. Oh no,
Yeah,
it wasn't. It
you're
wasn't. It
right.
was regular machine gun.
okay.
So fuck it. Money probably has no use.
R says there was a scandal about a children's book being sold on Amazon that was 100% AI made. That does sound quite scandalous.
It's also fucking weird to like give your kid something that's like made by a robot, and it's like,
Yeah, I can't imagine that it's very good at teaching a developing mind to learn.
it's always like so fucking weird when like a parent will come by and they're like, and then you go like, oh, she did all the art and the story for this comic, and then they'll be like, oh, isn't that great? If you try really hard and you draw, you could draw like this. And then the kid starts to like reach out to touch the book, like she's like shy, and then she's like, okay, like she's like shy and kind of grumpy, right? Then the kid starts to reach out to like pick up the book, and then the mom like yanks her hand away and is like, no, we don't need that. And it's like, yeah, you could work really hard and just have your hard work discredited by everyone who and you can see it. She was so like, the kid was so, she was already in a bad mood, and I was like, sometimes kids just get in a bad mood,
Yeah.
but like I could see why she's in a bad mood. She's got to be around that mom all the time.
Man. Money room.
So we have. Let me just like
You
check
can
the
get something
shop.
better than I'd say go for a better gun, but
Oh, what's this? Plasma Arquebus? It's got to be better than the regular machine gun, right?
give it a shot.
Yeah. And then what's this? When your companion dies, they'll drop an armor shard. I don't want to count on that, but get an armor shard here. Alright. I guess there's no... No, it's planning to fail. It'll subconsciously make me want my companion to die and give me armor. Can't have that. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. Alright. I think this is probably my last run. Here we go. Here we go. Also, if you hear Gurgi barking in his sleep, it's, you know.
It's cute. No one should ever complain about that. It's adorable. Oh.
Ah! God damn it.
Got it, though. You got it.
Lost Ragnar. Ragnar!
Alright. And I think that's a nice way to end the streaming night.
Funky music.
Yeah, I guess that's your victory music.
Might as well explore some side passages.
Yes, sure. Just keep in mind, it is 11:43.
Yeah. We got some time.
Sure.
Well, thanks for the fun story, by the way. David Myers. I don't know if I said anything, but I was distracted by my game. But I do appreciate a good story.
No,
That was
yeah.
fun. So this guy was on a coke bender with the girl, and she's crazy. Now, is this his girlfriend? It's not just some girl, right? Because he's covering for her, so he probably feels like it's his fault that she was upset.
Yeah.
That, by the way, that's like a... that's like a... I call it like the Nagatora effect. The, you've seen that.
The I can fix her type deal.
No, like the, guys kind of feeling like they deserve a girl who's sort of fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And like a girl isn't realistic unless there's something crazy wrong with her.
Yeah, I'll bring out the chart again. The hot versus crazy.
The hot crazy matrix.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, I guess that is part of it. It's like the girl isn't. That's a kind of a. I don't know. I wonder if that. Because I see it more in nerds where like they feel like there's just something very.
Oh, David Myers has a correction. He says, she is not a user from what I gather, is mad that he is using.
Oh, okay.
So, like, he does some crazy shit on coke, and then she gets pissed at him, I guess, and then makes the situation worse.
Yeah.
Oh, a Ramona Flowers. Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, Ramona Flowers. Yeah. That's true. Well, no, I think Ramona Flowers is different. People identify it like that. Yeah, like people take from Ramona Flowers that that effect that I'm talking about. Yeah. That's like 100%. But I actually think it's different because Ramona Flowers is like the idea that there should be some kind of obstacle to make you earn the girl, so that you feel like, you know.
Even if the girl herself is putting up the obstacle.
That's true. That's true. She is doing that. But I think the reason that she's interesting is because she's she's to get her. There's this obstacle to her.
Yeah, you gotta earn me, because I'm special.
She doesn't do that, right? She's just very passive and just like kind of exists as just like a blob with dyed hair. But
Blob of dyed hair. Okay, sure.
oh, for the first time, I'm actually injured and I need the Golden One's health advice.
Yeah, it's made for this exact mode, I suppose.
Here it is.
There's the spread.
Your soul has a body and a mind. One influences the other. A healthy body, a healthy mind, a healthy mind, a healthy body. Use your mind to focus on good thoughts. I suppose you may as well just focus on me. Anyway, do you want to restore all your health points for 10 social credits? Nah, that's expensive, man.
Yeah. You gotta have a lot of social credits built up before that's...
You know what? Maybe I do need it. I'm pretty low. Let's see.
Well, you can also buy health in the level, with
Gold,
coins, yeah.
Will I survive that long enough?
I don't know. I guess you should have topped yourself off before leaving the level.
I don't know if they had money, if they had health there.
So, maybe not. It is random every time, of course.
You can now double dash while in the air. Master Blaster is the most important, obviously, but dash ability recharge time is decreased further. The area neutral projectiles, okay. That's important. Double dash while in the air. That I need that. For sure I need that. Crates have a higher chance to drop coins. Okay, so that is probably more necessary now. No, I'm gonna save up for whatever Master Blaster is and just keep on grinding until I unlock more Master Blaster. If he's supposed to be German, shouldn't it be Laser Strom? Storm in German is Strom. Is that the one where he says if you find a girl here, that's a trick, it's a man? Yeah, at the end.
That's a dude.
Yeah, that's at the end. I think there's 2 versions uploaded, and that's the extended version. He goes into, like, trying to use being better.
Different versions of him going over the charts.
Yeah, there's a more, like, minimized one where he's like, if you find a girl that's hot, and she's not crazy, you found a unicorn.
Yeah, right.
That's more concise to just have one thing that breaks the rule.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think a Ramona Flowers is yeah. I think that effect on guys, it's not so good. I think a much healthier way to look at it is you work on yourself and you attain skills and you like become someone that a girl would be lucky to have, and you go for a girl that you are lucky to have. You know what I mean? Like you want to go for someone that you're happy with, and then you want to be someone that someone will be happy with.
Yeah.
And it's not that hard. That's not that hard at all to figure that out. I mean, it's fucking hard just to find someone that... To find someone in general is real fucking hard. But, I don't know. I think... Yeah, I don't... It's such a shitty nightmare. That whole, like, dating landscape in general is such a shitty nightmare. I believe me, I know, but... Chad, I'm doing happy stories again. I don't remember, what was I saying? Happy stories? You are very welcome. Thank you for all the fun story times of the past. Oh, you are more than welcome. I love telling stories, and they're, you know, obviously, I write books and put stories in them.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
But I guess we should be winding down stream at this time.
Good, I love hearing them. Thank you so much. Now I feel like I should think of a story.
Think of a happy story. Oh, we went to the water park with our friends recently.
Oh yeah, that was super
That was
fun.
very nice.
In case anyone's curious how bathing suit fashion has shifted in the past couple years since the last time you were at the beach, there's a new trend of
Go on.
So anyway, a trench, right, is when you dig a deep earthwork into the ground. You dig a deep ridge into the ground, like you're very far underground, so far that your head is underneath the top of the earthen ridge, right?
Sure.
So you can't be shot. And so you can dig with a shovel, and even your shovel won't be seen. You can do a lot of work inside these trenches and prepare artillery. Even have such a deep entrenched location, and so people will say like, oh, it's a very fortified desert, entrenched there, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Just wanted to do a brief background on the term entrenched before I say the new trend with bathing suits is to have a bathing suit bottom that is deeply entrenched in someone's ass, in a gelatinous
Good old thong
Just-
bathing suits.
just like like no shit, like real actual thongs. Like that's like a unique shape. It's not just like buried in their ass, like it's
You're
but it's
right.
like it's like intended for that. And there's like kids at this amusement park, and you just can't help but see the motion like jiggling around in the corner of your vision of just someone's like enormous fat ass. I mean, it's
mango pulp inside the
oh
trash
yeah,
bag
it was like
sloshing
a
around.
trash bag full of mango pulp. I mean, to be fair, it wasn't like it was like mostly like ghetto people that were like doing that, right? It wasn't.
Yeah, sure.
It wasn't like it was like. Yeah, it was like black or Hispanic people with like the real like gelatinous mango pulp trash bag being jiggled around. It wasn't like, I don't know. It wasn't like a mom with kids who was doing that. It's not
Sure,
like the
yeah,
new.
yeah.
It's not
Obviously,
actually the
it's
new
not.
fashion trend. But I just
Yeah.
thought it was so shocking and so funny. Yeah.
Yeah. Something that I found quite shocking is one of the rides we went on, going up the stairs. The stairs were shifting back and forth with the gentle blow of the wind. And I was so scared.
Well, it wasn't exactly the gentle blow of the wind. There was like some juveniles jumping up and down and dancing behind us online.
They were not moving that much. I looked back at them and they were completely still. It was still moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, it was just the wind, like, rocking it back and forth. And it did not feel safe. Needless to say. Funny enough, the ride felt more safe than the stairs.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. Yeah, it was a bit of an old water park.
Yeah, they should really try to fix that.
Want a concrete brick in the mail? Bro, can you even imagine how expensive it is to mail just a fucking concrete brick?
You just gotta use priority, man.
People say like, oh man, it's expensive to mail comic books. They're heavy because they're paper, it's just big stacks of paper. But like an actual concrete brick. I love the vision of this girl taking the brick with her.
Yes, to go smash somebody's window.
Oh yeah.
Very goofy. Very cartoonish. She's like picking out a nice brick, like, haha, I'm gonna go smash my boyfriend's window with this.
You just imagine like she's like, you think she was walking to the car and she's like, I'm gonna go see him, and then she sees it and she's like, that's perfect. And she like pushes the old lady working on her garden out of the way, takes the big hunk of concrete, and is like, I need to use this for something. Get it from the police evidence room later.
Yeah, just go pick it up later.
They have to ship it if it's under 100 pounds. I know from sending parts. Sending parts back. I didn't know that. I know with Priority Mail, there's like a 60 pounds? Something like that. Like UPS Priority Mail has like a policy.
Makes sense, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, we should. should say goodnight to everybody. But stuff to do at midnight, so cutting it a little close. But, you know.
But yeah, no, you know what? I'll tell a quick story that's like interesting. It's not like a happy, super wholesome story, but it was a fun story. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah.
This is what I was. If I ever managed to get my family together for like a barbecue or something, I guess I have to like put my back into that. I mean, I guess maybe there'll be time before the summer ends. Who knows? Maybe I'll just do it September or something, but do a late midsummer at some point.
Sure.
Anyway, this was the story I was thinking I would probably tell, unless I've told it before. I don't really know. But
no harm in retelling a story.
if you know what snappers are, this story will make a lot more sense. If you don't know what they are, I'll do my best. They're it's I don't know exactly how it works, but it's this like twisty of like thin paper that has like these rocks inside, and you throw it really hard at the ground, and then it makes a big spark and it makes a pop. And it's the perfect toy for kids. For boys, you can't start a fire with it, and it's loud and makes a little explosion, and
Right. Yeah.
you know, boys like them. They used to be handed out as prizes at the arcade, and I would get them as a prize, and then I would just like never end up using them. I would like throw a couple, and then I would like close it back up, and I'd have all my boxes. I'd hoard these boxes of them. I didn't know what I was gonna use them for, but I was like, oh, this is so fun. And it's like crazy that I can just get this as a kid. The one like mischievous thing I was never granted access to was Silly String. That's some real troublemaker shit. A kid handed me a can of Silly String once, and I was like, oh my god, I can just spray this all over the place. And they're like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
And it's like, damn, your parents are fucking unchained. This is crazy. So anyway, snappers. I hoarded them from going down the shore or whatever. And I went to this camp that was kind of like a more expensive camp, and they had like hiking, and they taught you how to use Adobe Flash Player. This is many years ago, so that was a fancy thing.
Right. Yeah.
Making websites was another thing, like learning HTML.
Good skills. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know like some rudimentary skills in those areas. Not that they're important now, because everyone uses the pre-made templates and everything, but Photoshop was another one that I learned there. But anyway, I learned rocketry as one of the classes. Every single week I did at this camp, you'd pick your classes, and I would always pick rocketry every time. I what was his name? Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I still remember like the name of the instructor too. He had like such a crazy name. Was it named Mike Tycon? He's like he was
It's quite a name. Yeah.
He was a nerd who was like obsessed with like working out, but he had a bowl cut and like glasses, and like he had like big biceps and stuff. I mean, probably if I looked at him now, he wouldn't be that big.
Okay.
But I remember him being like massive, right?
Yeah, at least compared to Child Adam.
Yeah, compared to like little child Adam, like I don't know how young I was. And so you'd pick a rocket to order from this like magazine each like I don't know, they're not semesters, I don't know what you call it. Just like it was like a week or 2 week segment of the camp.
Gotcha.
And then you'd work on it every day. You'd like I think it was 2 weeks, because there was plenty of time to finish the rocket, and I don't think there would have been in 1 week. Because you build like a starter rocket as like your tutorial, and then you can skip it. And I forget what those were called, but they ordered them in bulk. There was like a shit ton of them. There was like these small model rockets. They were like very thin. Anyway, you'd shoot that one, and then you'd shoot the one that you ordered from the little magazine that it hands you. And I got the cluster bomb, was what it was called. I still have all my old rockets just like sitting up in a box. And I got the cluster bomb, and it dropped out. Every rocket, once it reaches a certain height, the nose pops off, and then a parachute or a streamer comes out, and that'll slow it enough that it won't break when it lands. It'll just be like a ribbon you tie to this like bungee cord and then you stuff that behind the nose cap. the cluster bomb had a parachute, and then it had 3 like asteroids fell out of it. I think because actual cluster bombs would have been a little bit insensitive to the war crimes committed using
Sure.
cluster bombs. But there was so much room in there, way more than just those plastic like asteroids would fit. And I was like, oh man, you could put so much stuff in there. And then Mr. Mike Tycon was like, you can put other stuff if you want, if you have some army man with like a parachute. And I was like,
Right, yeah.
oh my god.
That's like the classic thing to do.
I was like, what could I drop out of this rocket? And I was thinking, and then I was like, what about snappers? And he was like, yeah, sure. You can't bring them.
Explosives, hell yeah.
He was like, you just can't bring them with you to camp because it could cause problems if kids like want to play with them or something. So just have your parents are coming to the launch, right? So just have them bring the
Bring
snappers.
the snappers.
And so my brother was coming to my first rocket launch, and my mom was coming. She was bringing him, and he knew where the snappers were, and so he got them. And I was waiting and waiting. Right, the launch finally came. I worked very hard on this rocket. I made sure everything was super even. I was like working out because my big brother Brian's gonna watch, so
Yeah,
it's got to be
Gotta
perfect.
Impress him.
And so I'm waiting, and like it's taken forever for them to show up, and it comes to my time to launch. I was like, no,
My snappers.
my mom didn't come yet. He's like, oh okay. So he sets it aside, and then there's another guy, and like the other guy's name was he was bald. His name was like, I don't know what his name actually was. Because everyone called him Mr. Mr. Octavius or Octopus or something.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha.
It's like, there's this movie, I could swear it's like his clone. There's this movie where this guy is like a teacher at a high school, he's bald. He looks just fucking like this guy. And he would quote that movie all the time. And then I saw the movie years later. And then I was like, oh shit, that's what he was saying all those years ago? That's what those lines are from? But anyway, so Mr. Dr. Octopus, he picks up the rocket and he brings it over to the thing because it was sitting off on the side. I was like, no, not yet. Like my parents are here, and then they're like, oh, okay, we can wait a little longer. But like, if they don't come, I was like, oh no, don't worry. Like I'm sweating like crazy.
Mom, Dad, don't let me down.
And so.
Meanwhile, your dad is like fighting off some midget at the mall.
No.
I gotta get to our son's rocket launch.
No, my dad wasn't going to that one. It was just my mom and my brother.
Sure.
And so they come around the corner. I'm like, yes! I was never so glad to see my brother Speed walking over with a Ziploc baggie full of these boxes. They're like leaking, and there's like little like bits of sawdust like leaking out in the bottom of the bag. And I'm like, oh man! And I was like, oh, like I have the snappers. And Mr. Tycon was like, oh, do you want to just put them all in? I was like, I can put them all in? He's like, yeah, sure, it'll fit. And I was like, what? There's like 16 boxes of snappers, and we're just popping them open, pouring them in, popping them, pouring them.
Oh
we're
my
like loading up
God.
this rocket. We're filling it up to like the top, and he's like, oh yeah, we can put one more. And we fill it up with snappers completely. And I want to reiterate, it's a plastic rocket, so sometimes like plastic doesn't glue to plastic super well, so you got to use plastic glue or like put on a layer of glue, let it dry, and then attach it, or maybe sand it down and then glue it. You got to do something with it, right? But I used the plastic glue. I was a good boy. I made sure that it was. I put on. I did all the things. I glued it on. I think probably correct. Anyway, they had to launch the rocket. There's this little like tube you glue onto the side, and then there's this long thin like a wiry kind of spear thing. You like put down the tube, like you kind of slot it onto the spot, and then they put a little electric blasting cap on the back of it, and then they like press a thing, and then it lights it, and it shoots off, right?
Right.
And so now it's time to launch, and they're like, the counting down, and I'm so excited. I'm looking at my brother. I'm like, oh yeah, he's gonna be so impressed by rocket launches, right? And so, rocket, and the whole time I'm like waiting and like nervous that my parents are gonna come. I'm like pacing a little bit. There were these mean kids, right? They were in the sports camp. And they're like making fun of the people in the rocketry part of the camp, like they're taking the rocketry class instead of sports, and they were like saying like
Nerd. weird.
they were like saying stuff to like me or whatever, like making fun of me, making fun of the other kids, and the counselors were like yelling at them and stuff. I don't know what they were saying, right? But they were always kind of like a little mean.
Sure.
So that my rocket launches. I look over. I looked at my brother real quick, just to see that he's suitably impressed, and then I look back at the rocket. It's shooting off the thing. It's in the air, and then the fin just pops off a little bit, like and that controls like it going straight, right? If a fin breaks, so it swerves off super hard to the left, where the spectators are.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But not just any spectators. It swerves off over top of the mean kids, and it does a perfect.
Drops the bombs on them.
Yeah, the nose cap thing, it pops off right over all the mean kids, and then it just does a perfect carpet bomb of just like it huge. I didn't realize how spread apart stuff would get, because of how high up it was, and it like
send in the nuclear missiles.
it just popped off, and it was this perfect like. And it was so bright. I remember it like seeing the reflection in like the counselor's sunglasses and their like white teeth like flashing back. It was just they pop, and like how like it pops harder if you throw it really hard at the ground.
Yeah, it was really hard, huh?
As a kid, you throw it as hard as you can, and it's like bah, and it'll be kind of loud, and you're like, oh man, I did it, and your arm will be kind of sore from throwing it really really hard to the ground like a major league pitcher. This is way harder than I could throw it as a kid, because each snap was like bigger than a fist. Like each of those like little white explosions, they were like big.
Yeah, really.
Adam builds an actual cluster bomb. Yeah, that's correct. That is what happened. And it was this perfect strafing run. It hit every single kid on those two side by side bleachers. It was like just across all of them, and they are screaming and screaming and screaming. They're like. They thought they were gonna die. They all had the fear of death in them, and they're just fucking. They're just screaming. It's hitting them like it's landing on them and exploding.
Yeah. Right.
And they're all like ready to like stampede down and like trample each other to like escape, because they think they're all gonna die. And then this like female like butch counselor with like sunglasses on, she's like, sit down.
Sit down and get
exploded on. Don't you dare move! And they all just froze, and they were like, oh, I'd rather blow up than like have the commissar shoot me.
Jeez.
So they all sit back down. They're so scared. And none of them talk shit for the whole rest of the thing. They were just watching like, oh shit, is it gonna come this way?
Is he gonna explode us?
So you got an attitude problem, you just fix it by dropping a bomb on someone. It works every time.
It works every time, yeah. That is, in fact, war advice. That is my foreign policy. You got a problem with someone, just drop some bombs on them. It works.
I did home ec instead of football with the chicks. I don't know. I think you can kind of be hot and you don't have to do football. Because, like, I think it really is just a matter of, like, confidence. And I think football builds confidence and home ec doesn't. But there was this guy who did just fine, like, with the ladies and whatever, and he was a computer programmer who went off to go to some, like, fancy school and drink every weekend and code and stuff. He like, kind of worked out or whatever. Yeah, he did fine. I think it is just, like, you have more football people that'll end up being confident than, like, home ec people. But in reality, all those football guys are gonna graduate and then very soon need to pay a home ec guy a lot of money to go, fix something or whatever. Like, yeah, like, I'm sure David Myers could tell you he's like basically a home ec guy, right? Home ec is like woodshop, right? Wait, what is home ec? Home economics. What the fuck do you do in home economics?
It's like cooking and sewing and...
Oh. Yeah. I was thinking wood shop and like metal shop and like car shop and stuff. We didn't have metal shop in my school. They just got rid of metal shop and made it 2 wood shops. Because I guess there was the idea that people wouldn't make stuff out of metal anymore, or just wood. I don't know. I don't know why they.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know. Yeah, but like a shop class that actually shows you how to fix a car would be kind of fucking super valuable. Cause like
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like Neva was talking about how he was like fixing this like part of his car because it costs a couple $100s to have it fixed, or plumbing, or like I don't know. It'd just be nice to learn skills. You know.
Yeah, imagine learning skills in school. That would be crazy.
Cooking, taxes, sewing, fix.
Taxes? I didn't get to learn any taxes. This bullshit.
Honestly, like being able to cook, you go to college and you can cook. Like nobody's using the kitchen, right? And like there's hungry ass bitches at all hours of the night working on some essay, and they have nothing but like mac and cheese. If you fucking know how to cook and you have that mini fridge, you pay that extra $50 to rent the shitty mini fridge, and you've got like food,
Yeah.
and you just go to a bitch that's like studying up late and it's like, hey, why don't we go to the isolated lounge in X building, and then I cook you something to help you study. They'd be like, oh my god, tee squeeze.
Yeah, I liked cooking class because it was extra food I got to eat and it was free, and I got nutrition.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, knowing how to cook is probably... Yeah, like if you can... And you don't have to cook super well to impress people, generally. Like, I showed up at a party and it was like a potluck, and they said specifically, like, don't bring desserts. No one bring desserts. Not a single person don't bring desserts. People just responded by bringing no food or dessert.
Oh yeah, of course.
And I showed up with fried cheese. It's like you take cheese and you fold it and you fold it and you work out the oil or whatever, and it turns into this like crunchy snack. Like now they sell them. Now it's not magic anymore because now they sell them in bags, right?
Sure.
It just exists in bags. You can like buy them like snacks. But when I made it was not common to see them as like a snack or whatever. And I showed up at this party and they're like, oh, thank God someone brought real food. And it's like,
Not really.
it's like, bro. Also, if you just know how to like cook bacon, and the girl's not like an unbearable like vegan, they're gonna be like, oh my God, this is so good. You know how to cook bacon? It's like, yeah. Don't worry, babe.
Bacon is one of those foods that I need to have with something. I can't just eat it straight up. It's too much grease and fat and whatnot. But yeah, we should wrap up stream.
I gotta get going, guys. But thank you so much for hanging out and sharing stories, listening to stories. It has been an absolute pleasure. I hope you guys all have a fantastic night, and we'll see you again sometime soon.
Yeah, good night, everybody.